All right, guys, what's up? If you're watching this video, that means I've had my baby and I'm not at school. So you guys are going to be working on this assignment today. It's called Business Inventory Day 1. All right, this is to help prepare you for your next project, which is going to be creating a business. And it's going to kind of walk you through a lot of the math that you're going to use. So I'm going to go over this, just like a few things in here just to help you out. But I'm not going to go over everything, so you guys are going to have to do some of it on your own, okay? So, first situation that we're going to look at, you decided to try to make some money by opening a hot chocolate stand. Hot chocolate packets cost 50 cents per packet. To ship a box of them to a store costs $20. You decide to sell a regular sized hot chocolate that uses one pack for $1.50. Use this information below to answer your questions. So write an equation to represent the cost of buying your hot chocolate packet. So this is the cost for us, the cost that we are spending making the hot chocolate, all right? And so we know that we are going to use y equals. We could use cost equals, like we could use c equals if we'd rather do that. It doesn't matter what you call your letters. First, we're spending 50 cents per packet, right? Now, since it's per packet, that means it's happening over and over again. It can happen a bunch of times. That's where we have a variable in there, right? So we're going to make x our number of packets, okay? X is going to be our number of packets, and we also have a shipping cost. Now, the shipping cost doesn't happen over and over again. It happens one time, like we can ship them all at once. So that is going to be plus $20. So the cost for X number of packets is 0.5X plus 20, right? Now, we also want an equation that to represent the revenue you will earn from selling your hot chocolates. Now, this is easy, okay? We're selling one pack for $1.50. So that will be 1.5x, again, where x is the number of packs that we sell. Okay. So what they want you to do is they want you to graph both of these equations on Desmos, okay? And they want you to find the intersection point. So let me get Desmos going here. So our first equation is 0.5x plus 20. And remember, that's the cost that we're spending on the packets. And this equation is our revenue. That's how much we're making when we sell the packets. It says, so we have these two lines over here, okay? And we want to find the intersection point right there. So our intersection point is 20, comma 30. So how many hot chocolates do you have to sell to break even? Well, remember our red line is our revenue, how much we're making. Our black line is how much we're spending, right? So breaking even is when our lines cross. That's why we wanted to find the intersection point. So that's at 20 packets, okay? Because up here, X was our number of packets, right? So our X value is 20 and our point. If you sold 32, how much revenue do you make, right? Let's bring this back up. If we sell 32 packets, that's X equals 32. How much revenue do we make? Remember, revenue was the red line. So if we sell 32 packets, we would make $48. And how much profit did you make? Well, we spent $36 on the packets, right? So we made $48. We spent $36. That means the profit, which is revenue minus cost, is $12, okay? And this is kind of what you're doing, Okay, so I basically just did this whole first page for you, except the last question, which you should be able to figure out. But this is what you're doing. You are writing equations, graphing them on Desmos. You have a revenue equation, you have a cost equation, and then your profit is always your revenue minus your cost. Okay. So you have a couple other things that you're going to be doing. Let me just see if there's anything crazy here. This one, you're pretty much doing the exact same thing for hot dogs as we did for hot chocolate above. Here, the only difference is that you have a couple different things going on, right? So it costs $36 for 80 hot dogs at Sam's Club, and I think that's legit. I think we looked it up. It also costs $3 for a bag of 12 hot dog buns. So what you got to be doing here is you got to figure out how much you're spending to make just one hot dog, right? So how much does one bun cost? Well, or sorry, how much does one hot dog cost? Well, you're getting, you're spending $36 and you're getting 80 hot dogs, right? So that means we're getting like multiple hot dogs per dollar, right? So I'm going to divide this. I have my own calculator over here. That's 45 cents. So you're spending 45 cents for one hot dog. You can do the same thing for buns. It's a little bit easier math. You're spending $3 and you're getting 12 buns. That's 0.25. So you're spending 25 cents per bun. So how much does it cost you to make per hot dog with a bun? Just add those together, 70 cents, right? So you're spending 70 cents per hot dog. So that can be an equation, right? You're spending 70 cents per hot dog. How much is your revenue? Well, you're going to sell the hot dogs for $2.50, right? So your revenue, you're bringing in $2.50 per hot dog, right? So really, this is 250x. Let's get rid of the symbols. Okay, so we've got 0.70 cents we're spending per hot dog. We're making $2.50 per hot dog. So those are the two equations. And you're going to use those equations to kind of answer these questions. You go through, your hot dog business took off. Now you're selling chili cheese dogs and all kinds of stuff. So you're going to do the same thing. All right, a bag of cheese costs $2.50 and it covers 10 hot dogs. So you're going to do the same thing that we did up here to find how much, are you spending on the cheese for one hot dog. And you're going to go through and you're going to answer these questions and then you're done. Okay, so I know there's a lot of questions here. I really don't think these take that long. I did like a lot of it for you. If you have questions, please try and help each other. Some of you in this class are pretty strong at math, so help your peers out. All right. You will have a sub. He's just not here yet, but once he's here, he'll help you with your math, okay? So just make sure you get this done and that you get it turned in, all right? Thanks and have a great day.